What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory, a special edition, Victory Monday. That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. 4-0, 4 weeks in a row. Victory Monday. Well, one of them was a Victory Tuesday, but let's be real here. 4 wins we've been talking about, enjoying every damn minute of it. Just really loving the development of this team. Jonathan Gannon's defense with the right personnel really showing off. Just all of it coming together. And we've talked about, in time what this team could look like. We knew there would be some bumpy roads. There would be some issues at first. And look, we've had some issues, but we continue winning and we're 4-0. And I know a lot of people want to pinpoint stuff. And look, we've talked about all of those issues, from the punt game, Aaron Sipos, to the return game. They tried Britton Covey back, a kick returner finally. I guess that's good. They at least tried, but he's still very young. I'm hopeful for him, but we need some kind of spark there. But I'm not here to complain, baby. I'm here to talk about how impressive this team is. And we talked about, if this team does go down, this was going to be a tough matchup. We needed to see how they could deal with some adversity. And, well, they handled it pretty well. So a little bit excited about it, ladies and gentlemen. But I thank you all for taking the time. My man, Samuel in the building. Ted in the building as well. Samuel, Ted, hope you're both having a great night. I'm ready to rock and roll. This is a show for you guys, just like on Fridays. I want to give you the time to get any questions or anything you want to talk about the game. So this is the moment to really just bask in this win and, take it all in. I'm going to show you the updated, NFC East standings, the NFC standings. So, look, anything that's on your mind, let me hear it. You're watching this live, watching this later. You can always comment below. I really appreciate you either way taking the time, but I know it's going to get rowdy because Samuel and Ted are in the building. So let's get it going. And, we talked about, this Eagles team, the first few matchups, like we should definitely get some tuning up going. We knew the Vikings would be a tough matchup, with a divisional matchup. We weren't sure that the Jaguars were going to be that good, but they were definitely a tough matchup. So the Lions were better than most people thought. We were whooping their ass in the first half, but obviously they, in the second half, we took the foot off the pedal there. But we've been learning from all of these things. So this is what we talked about in the offseason. I think this team becomes a Super Bowl contender. I don't think just because they're on paper. It's because I feel in time with the right coaches, because we have a great coaching staff. And I know that's what people didn't want to hear. Oh, what are you talking about? They don't. It's like, well, I mean, now you see, you got to have the right personnel. So think people are seeing that this team means business, man. And I'm all about it, man. I can't wait for this Arizona game. Pleasantly surprised. That's what's crazy. Jack Driscoll came in at left tackle. That was phenomenal. Josiah Scott starting at nickel cornerback. You guys remember, I thought Josiah Scott would start because you remember what I said. Darius Slay, with that back injury, he went out that game before right away. Happened again. And I said, you keep Zach McPherson on ice just in case he has to be the starter outside. And that is literally what happened. So, look, they had a plan in place, and that's what it is, man. Look, next man up. So, I love to see it. These guys, they held it down, and I'm impressed, man. Thoroughly impressed with this team. My man, Drew, in the building. What is going on, dude? Hope you're off to a great start to your week here. Look, this is going to be a fun ride this season. We all know that. So, let's get excited. But as I always say, we enjoy this for 24 hours, and then we're on to the next one. Tomorrow, I will be talking about behind enemy lines. We'll be talking about our week 5 opponent. So get ready for that. Arizona Cardinals, you'll get to know where they sit, their standings, their rankings, their coaches, their roster, all of the above, everything. He's always telling offense. Yo, man. So I think, we're going to be having some tough matchups here coming up. But again, I think that this team, we have so many ways to beat you. And that's what I talk about. Each week, it's going to be something different. So, we'll see here, man. This offense is Eagles talent offense. You get sliced in the run game, pass game, and that's it, man. Ted, I couldn't agree more. I think that's something I've tried to talk about. People think a dual threat quarterback is a bad thing. I think it's a great thing, and I think, having his development, as we talked about all offseason, keep, continuing, he's going to get better. And it's like, this is amazing. You want to get killed in the run game? We can do that with our running backs. We got a great tight end, wide receivers. So, yeah, best offensive line in the game. I'm pretty excited about the future here. Cooper Rush. Yes, he is the quarterback for the Cowboys, indeed. It was good to see the Eagles run with success. Jacks knowing they were going to run against a good run D. Yeah, and you remember me saying that before the game. I don't care if they're the number 1 run D. First off, it's only 3 games in. Allowing 55 yards per game. Oh, my God, what are they going to do? You guys remember it. I said, run the damn ball, as always. So you run that ball right down their throats. We talked about getting over 150, 200 yards. They went over 200. I can't believe it. Impressive. That's what you want to do. Statement games where people, you can't beat them. This, that, the other thing. Oh, it's raining. Oh, see, they're a joke. Oh, and it's like, oh, well, what's your excuse now? You're going to have to keep moving those goalposts because, well, this Eagles team is not going to give up. So very excited about it. Dude, what a win it was, Drew. I really, and at the beginning of the game, it's like you saw some of the fans that, have been waiting for this team to fail. Oh, I knew it. And it's like, oh, God help us. So we talked at halftime, and it just, it's like, all right, dude, let's just calm down. And you guys all saw, if you use Twitter, my tweet when we were down by 14, just calm it down. Calm it down. And it said something like, refs, injuries, Doug Peterson. I don't care what the excuse is. Cars, or it doesn't like, oh, I need Carson back. I need this, whatever. Like, and you hear a million of them. All I said was, it's comeback season. Jalen Hurts style, baby. So, look, we didn't even really need him to use too much. It was the defense stepping it up, and, Nick Sirianni Steichen with the right offensive play calling, Gannon's defense. I just, all around team win, and you love to see that. So, that's why the Philadelphia Eagles are sitting atop the NFC East, as you see here, 4. And, oh, yeah, baby. Love to see it. But the Cowboys and the Giants sitting right behind us at 3-1. So, they are not going anywhere, but good for them, because when they face us, they're going to get drop kicked. And I cannot wait. 2 weeks from now, Sunday Night Football, Dallas Cowboys. I'll be there, and it's going to get rowdy. This is going to be a very fun season. But again, I feel the Eagles are the top dogs in the NFC East. And let's just keep winning, and we don't have to worry about how many wins they have. I don't care. We just keep bulldozing people. Tough wins, adversity, whatever we got to face, I'm all about it. All about it. Not scared of the Cowboys. Going to crush Cooper Rush. Let's worry about that baseball player. Well, Dak Prescott will be back by then, but Kyler Murray, I am ready for him next week. But yeah, that is why we will be talking about the Cardinals tomorrow. I was not panicking a little when they could put 21 on us, but yeah, that was crazy. And look, I'm not saying we all don't get nervous and like, oh my God, this sucks, but it was just funny that people thought the game was over. It's like, I don't think those people ever played or have watched a game, because it's like, this is far from over, especially with this Eagles team in a sloppy game. Mistakes can happen for them. Boom, mistake happens for them. Right after I said it, and it was like, oh, here we come. And man, what a fantastic comeback it was, man. Really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I was losing my mind. And it really is, Ted. And that's as much slander as I got at this all season for just trying to explain that. It's like, people are mad at me, and then they're mad at me that I was right. And it's like, dude, I don't know what else to do for you. You want me to start following the clickbait and talk about Deshaun Watson, or you want me to talk about what actually happens? I mean, that's all I can do for you. What is going on? My man, Joseph, nice to see you. Been a while since I've seen you. Probably only a few days, but all my days bleed together. But I appreciate you tuning in, my man. Hope you enjoyed that victory. What a beautiful victory it was. I can't get enough of this team, man. I really, to put so much effort into it, reaching out, getting to know the trainers, the chefs that are close to these guys, and trying to give you guys as much information. I did everything I possibly could this offseason to get people on board, trying to teach them about the cap, how he's going to have a good free agency. And it's like, look, man, people can be pissed all they want, but all I try to do is help. Literally, that's all I try to do. Doesn't matter who plays quarterback with the Cowboys, and that is the attitude you got to have, Joseph. Punch them right in the mouth. I want Dak Prescott because I do not want any excuses, and well, we didn't. Don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. No, I don't. But should do more collabs with whatever team we play, content creators. Yeah, man. And look, I always try to find look, the problem is this stupid Chromebook that I use, and you guys that have been tuning in, I've been having my issues, and I'm ready to throw this thing. So yeah, we're going to get on that here soon. But yeah, man, I love doing stuff like that. Trust me. And it's much easier when I go on other people's shows. But when I have to do it and produce it and try to deal with the comments and stuff, everything starts like just freezing together. And it's not that I don't want to. Trust me. But I appreciate that, man. And I definitely will keep growing this thing and continue to do stuff like that. Got to say, I love what Reddick had to say when he asked about the weather was the reason for Jacksonville's turnovers. And we play in the same weather. Nobody makes excuses. And that's what's funny. People can say whatever they want. And it's like, no, literally, that was the same weather for both teams. And going into it, I saw people, like, well, they're from Jacksonville. It rains all the time in Florida. Like, okay, cool. I don't care. I just, whatever they need to do to deflect and make themselves feel better about being wrong, let them continue doing that. Son Reddick, there's another one. Try to explain what a Sam linebacker is, what his role. Oh my God, he's Darius Slay. He's out there covering everyone. And it's like, no, he literally will drop into coverage maybe like 3, 4, 5 at tops times in a game. Maybe it's about disguising the defense. This is how it works, man. And people got upset about it. And I said, just stay patient. Wait till he literally learns the role in this defense, gets it down. I guarantee he's going to be sack machine. Well, what did I say last week? He's going to get 2. Then I said this week he was going to try to get another one. Well, he got 2. He had strip sacks. So I think he's doing pretty good. But I agree with you, man. And it's just funny that people always try to make excuses, Mike. Always. That's what we talked about this a year ago. I said, I can't wait till this point where everyone's making excuses. I never, and it's like, okay, man, or you could have just listened a year ago. I don't know. Yeah, no doubt. There's a bunch of YouTubers on every team, my man. Every team. I loved it as well. I sure did. In-game adjustments are on point. They sure are, dude. Their second quarter onslaughts. Dude, we are broken the NFL record for second quarter points, like 86, and the last record was 71, I believe, by like the 1970 Bears, if I'm remembering that correctly. But it's pretty wild, my man. Pretty wild. It's a good call on that. But yes, this team and the onslaught in the second quarter, and people are like, well, that's good. Well, we're scoring when we need to. We're winning games. I know that different opponents, you're going to have to play different games, but that's what we talk about. So, yeah, I'm all about it. Talk about those in-game adjustments. Good coaches are able to do that, and that is what we have here. Very excited about the future of this team still, man. I still think a dynasty is being built. Going to that game, don't want no delusional excuses. Me neither. If you're going to be there, I am always throwing it down in the parking lot. Make sure to stop by, get a little crispy, have yourself a fun game. It's gonna be a wild one. Although it's gonna be a busy day for me, so definitely try to reach out if you are gonna be there and try to stop by, because I'm gonna be trying to be hanging out with some other people as well. It's gonna be a wild day. I really can't wait for that game. But that Arizona game is going to be fun, too. People in Arizona, we're going to go beat their ass, and then we'll come home, and we'll do it again. We haven't seen this team put together 4 quarters yet. It's crazy how the Eagles ceiling is. Well, they have. That's how they've won 4 games. And, people think it's about scoring or doing this or the other thing. And it's like, look, man, they're winning. And I know the media is grasping for straws at this point because they're so upset we didn't get Deshaun Watson and they were wrong about everything. And it's like, look, I get it. You guys are upset, but you just got to take it on the chin, man. This team's for real. It really is. And, we talk about how they've literally just started playing together at the beginning of the season. So going to get better and better. That's scary. 1940. That's wild. Ted. Wild. Look at this offense, man. Whoo. Hurts took a good hit from Lloyd and dude, what a beast. Have that in the game highlight video. If you guys saw that, put it in slow motion a couple times, just taking that hit right on the head. Getting right back up, leading the team. This dude is a beast. Well, I've been calling him since last year, the Terminator, when I had his trainer on last year. I was trying to get people on board. I'm like, this is the hardest working dude I've ever. And I heard people, he's lazy, he doesn't work on right. I'm like, you shitting me? It's actually the complete opposite. Okay. But you know how that works. So tried. Now they see. Dude, I hope you do. Really look forward to meeting you, Joseph. And anybody else who's stopping by that Cowboys game, feel free to stop by. Let me know you feel a certain way about an opinion, or you just want to say hi. You want to get on the show, whatever it may be. Stop in. I'm going to be there throwing it down, getting ready for these birds to beat those little boys. So I'm ready. I'm quite ready. I'll be real with you. We played through adversity. We're up to score down fourth. That's it, man. You learn from each game and you keep growing throughout the season. We talk about that bumpy roads, and we talked about the defense having some bumpy roads, new pieces, all these things. Now we have injuries. It's okay. You learn from them, but as long as you pull out the win, you love to see it. I mean, look at how well we did yesterday. Look at that defense in the third and fourth quarter. That's beautiful, man. That's the kind of stuff. And I know people feel it's just the offense. That's if they're not doing it, that's the team. But it's like we were running that clock down, and there were things that, there were mistakes definitely made, and you could attribute that to Mailata, but Driscoll did great, I thought. You could say whatever you wanted about penalties or misplay. I just thought overall, with the weather the way it was, I expected it to be even a little more sloppy, to be honest with you. I didn't think it was that horrible, but we took advantage, man. And then, the walk-off strip sack, Hassan Reddick, man. Holy, just all around great game. Now, if we could just get that special teams on board, that'd be great. That'd be great. Appreciate you, my man, Ted. If you guys are enjoying the show, do me a favor. Yeah, hit that like button. Truly appreciate you guys helping me out every time you like or comment or share this or do whatever. It truly does help me out. It builds my little algorithm there. It helps me get out there. People see, start learning a little bit. Stop hating on the Eagles, hopefully. So I appreciate the hell out of your support, each and every one of you. My man, Dizzle Drizzle, appreciate you too. Let's go. You know it. And I've had some of you guys reaching out that just started subscribing, following wherever you're finding me on. And I just want to say thank you. You guys are really kind for some of the stuff you've been saying. And all I'm trying to do is love my Eagles. And for those of you that love your Eagles too, this is a channel that is dedicated to knowing everything about the Eagles. Every practice squad edition, every injury. And then tomorrow, you're going to see, if you've never tuned in, Behind Enemy Lines, you'll literally know everything about the Cardinals. You'll even be able to argue with Cardinals fans and tell them more about their team than they know. I just try to share that knowledge with you, man, and give you some cool graphics to go with it. I hope that you enjoy those too. But look, man, these are wild times. These are wild times. The Eagles are really building that dynasty we've been talking about. Some of you have been here since I've been talking about that last year, and you've seen the slander I've gotten, and you've seen me go on other shows, and people, who is this guy? Is he on crack? He's too wild, and he's saying, Gannon, the defense is good. Hurts will develop. And it's like, yes, I did. Whoa. Wait and see. And here we are. Here we are. Very excited about it. Very excited. That's just green going through the blood. That's all that is. That's the only drug I need. Besides special teams, where would you like to see the Eagles show some improvement? I would just like them to continue doing what they're doing. Be a team. This defense, we know C.J. Gardner-Johnson playing at safety. He still has to learn that position. Well, really hope that Avante and Slay are good, but I don't know about Avante. We'll see. I'll keep you up to date with that. Wednesday, I'll probably have to wait till, but I'm worried about injuries. But other than that, man, this depth, I like these young guys. Everybody's stepping up. This offense is clicking. Everybody's getting on the same page, and just continue to stay dominant. Sirianni, Steichen, still learning. Gannon, still learning. All these guys are still young coaches. So I just keep doing what you're doing, and maybe figure something out with punter, return game, or just, I guess, stick with it and pray for the best. We'll see. We have a shutdown defense. Indeed. Hey, when I called it the top 3 defense, this offseason, people didn't want to hear it. Jonathan Gannon, well, he can. And with the right pieces, you see what I meant with those multiple schemes. The odd fronts and the even fronts that people told me, oh, you don't run odd fronts. Well, if you watched last year, we did. And this year, well, we're doing it again. But again, you run both. That's what the versatility of these players is for. That's why we talked about adding Hassan Reddick, Kaiser White, James Bradbury, Jordan Davis. You need those people. You need them. You need them. So very excited about this team. If you can't tell. Going to be scouting the Cardinal YouTubers tonight. Want to see the fear coming. They're going to be scared. They're getting some of those receivers back, but they don't have DeAndre Hopkins. They do have Rondale Moore back. I know AJ Green was out. Old man River over there, but they have Greg Dortch in there. We'll shut him down. Hollywood Brown. And, of course, Zach Ertz at tight end. But I'll be breaking that down every single position. You'll get to see that. Then there'll be a depth chart. You'll literally know every single thing you need to know, who's on the IR. If you guys have never seen Behind Enemy Lines, we go behind and we learn every single thing about them. So excited about that game. And wouldn't say we own them because there's a reason I dislike them. As a kid, Larry Fitzgerald. Should have been the Eagles and Steelers in the Super Bowl. Larry Fitzgerald. One of the greatest receivers ever. We'll just leave it at that. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at these NFC standings, where the Eagles are. Oh, that's right. We're number 1 there, too. 4-0. You love to see it. The Rams playing tonight. We'll see how they do. Whoo! Gonna be an intriguing season, ladies and gentlemen. But that's all I've got for you tonight. I appreciate all of you tuning in, taking the time on this beautiful Victory Monday. But if you're watching this later, you have any comments, you can always leave them down below. Always get back to you. Tune in tomorrow. Behind Enemy Lines, Arizona Cardinals. We'll be breaking it all down. But I appreciate all of you. If you need anything, you can always reach out, whether it's about life, the birds, whatever it is. But thank you for tuning in. Have yourselves a great rest of your night. And as always, go Birds!